today's session, our lesson is going to focus upon how to have better balance. Of course, that is necessary when we're practicing Tai Chi. Any movement that you do, any action, any type of Tai Chi that you practice at home, balance is essential. So, let me start with my usual Stephen Mitchell's Tao Te Ching. And I found a good one today. I like this one. This is number 76. Men are born soft and supple. Dead, they are stiff and hard. Plants are born tender and pliant. Dead, they are brittle and dry. Thus, whoever is stiff and inflexible is a disciple of death. Whoever is soft and yielding is a disciple of life. The hard and stiff will be broken. The soft and supple will prevail. That's an important message. Talks a little bit about how to keep movements soft and supple, avoid them from being hard, and ultimately leading you to death. Obviously not that extreme, but that's the essence of today's lesson. So let's get started with our warm-up. Loosen your wrists. I forgot my music. Hang on a second. There we go. Give it a second to start up. And push out. Come in. Push out. Give me a lean, reach up to the ceiling. And then we're going to lean to one side. Hold. And back up. Other side. Good. First side again. Lean. Exhale as you stretch. And come to the front, down, bend your knees, round your back. Then hang down towards the floor, knees a little bit bent. Take a few deep breaths right here. Let gravity stretch out your spine. Slowly roll up. Good. Rolling the shoulders. Switch. Good. Widen your feet a little bit. Let's come back to this exercise. Over to the side. One arm, other hand on your hip. Come up. Switch. Good. Then let's bring the feet in a little closer. Circle your hips. And switch. And push to the front. Good. Move your arms a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and one foot in front. Let's circle one arm back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch. 1. Okay, good. Shake out your arms a little bit, shake out your legs. Let's bring the feet together. Circle your knees. Switch. Circle your feet. Good. Shake a little bit. Give me a few kicks with your heel. Stretch out the bottom of your leg. Okay, good. Let's come over to our bench or chair, whatever you like to use. Stretch out the lower legs as well as your hamstrings. So pull your toe back, Some of you may have been stretching with your toe pointed. If you can now, let's upgrade a little bit and let's bring our toe back, body straight, reaching forward. Now, for those of you who have been with me for the last 11 days, stretch forward. As you touch the bench, I want you to reach a little bit farther than you usually do. Lift your body up by raising the chest. One more time, let's reach out, this time for the foot, all the way out. If you can touch your toe with your fingertips, good. If not, just grab the leg, or if you need more support, keep your hands back down here, whatever works for you. If you really want to challenge, try to touch your wrist to your toe, here. And then grab a hold of your foot. Lift up slowly, switch your feet. Reach for the bench. Exhale, stretch. Good. Slowly lift from the chest. Then reaching out. Remember, challenge yourself a little bit. Reach for the foot. Lift, come up. Good. Back to the first side. Let's do our full stance stretch. All the way up. Hands down to the bench. Press your hips forward, front knee back. Come in, other side. Hip. Make sure your hips are moving straight towards the bench. Back leg straight as best you can. Then come up. Good. Okay. Now, move my bench out of the way. Move yours as well. If we're going to be working on balance, the number one thing you're going to have to make sure is in good position is your posture. Okay. So let's do a very quick review of our posture before we go through our Qigong exercises. Feet, let's just put them about shoulder width apart. That's fine. Your head, from the crown of your head, I need you to feel as though there is a string attached to it and connected to the ceiling. As that string gets a little bit taut, your chin should pull in gently. Why? Because we want this part of your spine, your cervical spine, to lengthen. If we lift here, that creates more of a curve. So I need you to think lift here, pulling up. As this lifts, this relaxes and opens, so don't make the front tight. If the front gets tight, the back gets stretched a little bit too much. That creates a little tension. Now, shoulders, up, back, and down. If I bring my shoulders and I keep them forward, what's going to happen is I'm going to start to do this, like most of us do when we have a phone, or if you're working at home, like me, and you end up in front of the computer for hours, and you start doing this, okay? Doesn't matter, you're at the workplace, you're at home, the same thing is going to happen. So we have to be attentive to our body. So head up, shoulders down, abdomen a little bit engaged. So as if someone wants to, boom, tap you in the stomach, make this a little bit tight. When this gets a little bit tight, this can relax. Okay? So now we have basically the whole spine a little bit longer than it was when we started. Your hips, relax by bending your knees. Okay? If you have to shake them a little bit, that's fine too, don't worry. And your feet relaxing on the floor. Don't grip the floor with your toes really hard, especially when you're trying to balance as we do some of these exercises going forward. Don't try to hold the floor really tightly. Okay. Now, some say that when you do balance, you should grip the floor a little bit, like a tiger holding on to the ground, maybe ready to pounce. Well, we're not going to pounce, but you should still have a little bit of hold on the floor, but not a death grip. Okay. Remember the passage from the Tao Te Ching, soft and supple. Now, let's go to our Qigong exercises. Keep this same posture. Do not change from there. We're just going to move the body a little bit differently. Palms up. Breathe in. Two. Three. First exercise, kidneys. The sound is chui. Pulling out the inside of the leg. 1. 2. Chui. 3. Second exercise 1, the spleen and stomach. This one is hu. Full extension with the arms. Hands down to the abdomen, the lungs. The sound is s. Left for men, right for women. Other hand on top. And lean forward. Begin. Inhale. Exhale. Lift the body up. 1. 2. 3. 4. Hands to the abdomen. Same position as before. Check your posture. Make sure it hasn't changed. The crown of your head, your shoulders, your abdomen, your hips, your legs, your feet, everything from top to bottom. Then slow, even breathing, pushing your hands out as you breathe in, relaxing the belly inward as you breathe out. 20 seconds, close your eyes. Starting now. And relax. Good. Come back. Good. Now, first exercise for your balance. We've got to get you comfortable on one foot. So, we're going to keep our hands on our waist, and if you remember when we practiced the 10-step exercises, we did this one, Golden Rooster, right? Lift the leg, raise the arm. So, no arms, just your legs. Hands on your hips, body nice and tall. Keep that good posture throughout, from start to finish. We're going to shift from side to side. No lifting of the leg just yet. We're going to shift. 1, 2. If you're more advanced and you want more of a workout, more of a challenge, widen your feet a little bit. Shift. Because on the next part, you're going to have to work real hard to lift that leg. Otherwise, just bring your feet in back to the same position. 1 and 2. Now when we're shifting, we don't want to see on one side we thrust our hip out all the way over. We don't want to see that. 1 or 2. No. Keep the hip tucked underneath you, your weight sitting on this leg. Shift to the other side. If you want to focus on the sensitivity aspect of this, where should you feel it, for example? You should feel your foot getting heavy on the side that has the majority of your weight, and then shifting across. If you feel pressure in your knee, chances are your knee is going forward. We don't want the knee to go forward, we want you to keep your body back, and your weight somewhere between the middle of the foot and the heel of the foot. Shift. Shift. Now, give me one leg, whatever is loose right now, and raise that knee up in front of you. Good. And then slowly bring it back down. Shift. And lift the other side. Up and down. Shift. Up and down. Shift. Up and down. Shift. Up and down. Shift. Up and hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, for some of you, this still may be a little bit difficult. That's okay, don't worry. Come close to something where you can have balance, such as, for me, I could put my hand here, I could put it on the bookshelf, which is better. I need to have something I can touch that will allow me to stay tall. It's not going to force me to sacrifice my posture, and I can still do the lift and down. So let's actually do that exercise now. Let's work a little bit on strengthening the hip so that this leg can come up easier, or whichever one you're lifting, and the other one can stay stable. So let's take your right foot, we'll start with this one, open it out a little bit to the side. Hands on your waist, and then place your other foot just in front and touch your toes. Raise your knee, lift, and hold, and down, and touch. Lift, and hold, down, and touch. Lift, and hold, down, and touch. Lift, and hold, down, and touch. Now switch legs. Don't hold your breath. I know some of you are doing that, so do not hold your breath. Hold your posture. As a matter of fact, when you lift, try to exhale and relax more. So as we lift, hold, down, touch. Lift, hold, down, touch. Lift, hold, down, touch. Lift, hold, down, touch. One more. Lift and hold. Hold it there, hold it there, hold it there. Good. And down. Now, the more you do it, obviously, the more you're going to feel it here in the hip region. So if you're only feeling it in the hips, it's kind of like the other day when we did core exercises as our bonus lesson, which, by the way, we have a bonus lesson. Bonus lesson is going to focus a little bit on some arm work today. Okay, strengthen your arms, strengthen your shoulders, etc. Okay, so your hips, if you're starting to feel it in your hips, you need to think a little bit more about your core when you're engaging. So just like for ab exercises, if I want to do a sit-up, if I'm lifting here or if I'm using my legs and I'm keeping my body flat on the floor and I want to lift my knees to my chest or something like that, that means that if I'm feeling it here, I'm not working with my core properly. So anytime you lift your leg, you should also feel a little bit of engagement happening here in your stomach. Just a little bit. I'm not saying you have to do full contraction, nothing like that. Now, slight change. Let's bring your hands back to your hips. Right foot in front. We're going to lift, and then I'm going to challenge you by having you open your legs slightly to the corner, or if you're more advanced, open out to the side. The challenge with opening out to the side is that our knee may want to turn inwards like this. We want to avoid that at all costs. So for those of you who are more advanced, you have a little bit more work to do on the outside of your base leg to keep your knee out. So lift, hold, open, and down. Don't touch. If you need more support, you may touch, or you can hold a bookshelf like I did. Turn back in, lift, open, down, in, lift, open, down, in, lift, open, down. Somebody just made the world move, knocked me up on it. It's hard to look at two cameras, look at my computer, and do all of this at the same time. Lift, out, down. See, even teachers can lose their balance. That's fine. Other side. Raise the knee, up, open, down, in, lift, open, down, in, lift, open, down, in. You feel it here yet? Lift, make sure you're engaging here, open, down, and in. Good, your balance should be getting a little bit better as long as you're not sacrificing your posture. Here we go, back to the first side, other direction, we got to pull inward. Up, in, down, then out, starting on the outside. Up, in, down, out, up, in, down, out, up, in, down, and switch. Ready? Up, in, down, out, up, in, down, out, up, in, down. One more time. Out, up, in, down, and out. Good. Now, let's come back to the very first exercise, which was just lifting your knees, shifting from side to side, and we're going to add our arms. So the arms, left hand, right hand lift. When that right hand lifts, your right leg is going to come up with you. Same side. One, and lift. Now, to help you with balance, remember I said posture is important. Now, each individual action has their own position that we need to follow. So for example, if I turn to the side and I do this one, I need my elbow and my knee on the same line. Even if I turn towards you, I need my elbow and my knee on the same line. Why? Well, partially because it helps you to balance better. The position allows those joints to pull into the same vicinity, so that gravity working straight downwards upon you doesn't pull one leg in the other way and your arm in the other direction. Okay? And then your back is twisted and stuff like that. We need to put everything like a structure, top to bottom. Okay. Let's do this. Left hand, 1. Right hand, 2. Hold. Down, slowly. Lift. Down. Lift. Better balance. You can do it. Slowly. Take your time. Do not rush. If you find yourself placing your foot down quickly, then take your time, slow it down. Lift. Step. Shift across. Lift. Step. Shift. Lift across. Good. So if you're able to hold these positions, then, as I mentioned earlier, you can challenge yourself and you can come down a little bit lower by widening your feet. Okay, I'm going to make it really wide, but just for the sake of demonstrating so you can see. 1, lift. I'm going to come down, take a step, lift, down, lift. Now what relevance does this kind of action have? Well, to make my legs a little stronger, number one, to help me develop more control, and to help me learn how to still move smoothly through a challenging position. Because ultimately that's what Tai Chi is teaching us, how to move smoothly through a difficult transition of actions like we've talked about the last several lessons. Take your time when you're working on these more difficult positions here. Now we're going to move to the second level, which is of course the kick. If you remember in 10-step form, the one that comes after this movement is in fact here, kick out. Okay? So let's transition to that one. Start with left leg out, left hand out. We're going to lift our knee up to our elbow. From here, raising up. 1 and down. Now you notice this doesn't move. Lift and down. Keep your body tall, but do not keep yourself stiff. Remember the reading from earlier today? Soft and supple, not stiff and hard. Lift. Allow yourself to relax. And down. Good. Switch sides. Nice job. Push. Your hand about level with your chest and shoulder. Your leg right underneath your arm. So if I do this pointed at you, my leg and my arm together. I lift. 1 and down. I lift and down. Lift. Don't move your body. The rest of your body. Only move your leg. Lift and down. I'll turn so you can see. 5 more. 1, 2, engage the abdomen a little bit. 3, 4, and 5, and down. Good. Okay. Now let's add on the arm action and the kick from that movement. Arms like this. 1, right hand on the bottom. We're going to kick to the right. Push. Left hand on the bottom. Kick to the left. Right hand on the bottom. Lift, kick to the right, left, to the left. Now let's add the leg. Right hand on the bottom. Raise your right leg. Same thing here. Elbow and knee. Kick. Now, if you are a beginner, you can kick down here. No problem. That's fine. Keep your arms straight. Keep your body tall. Kick out through your heel. If you're a little bit more advanced, maybe you want to kick a little higher. You're going to challenge me. Kick. And down. Good. Other side. Lift. Kick. In and down. Control the movement from start to finish. Kick. Down. Lift. Kick. Down. Kick. Three more each side. 1, 2, 3, 6. Come back in, relax. Good. So, anytime you're doing an action that requires even the slightest bit of balance, which is all of them, but especially the ones that are a little bit more difficult, even if it's just lifting, or if it's something where you kick out, or if it's like some of the crazy movements that they're asking Tai Chi competitors to perform. They place the leg behind, they do this really low squat, and they come up. Later, as we get more challenging movements here in our lessons, you will have to drop down low and push through, which requires you to maintain your posture as you slowly lower your body. So we have leg strength that we worked on yesterday into the bonus lesson, combined with these balance movements. Okay, so from the top of the body to the bottom of the body, we need to make sure there is a smooth connection. Now that means that if my shoulder gets a little tight when I'm doing an action, this is going to create a little tension, and in essence is going to put me at risk for losing balance. If my hip thrusts out like I showed earlier, maybe I do this one and I lift. Well, if my hip wants to go that way, my whole body is going to follow. Allow yourself to practice this first. If you're unsure of your posture, keep the movements a little bit higher, a little bit smaller, and then slowly over time, you can get bigger, you can get wider, and you can get lower. Okay, there's a lot of ways we can change the difficulty level. So to close out today's session, let's go through the 10-step form from beginning to finish, and then we'll be done. Feet together. Challenge yourself a little bit today, and remember posture from start to finish. I'll guide you through each movement. Begin. There's my knee. This first movement is where you set your posture for the entire form, so do it well. Pull back. This movement is a good one to test the position of your hips to make sure we don't have anything like this. Repulse the monkey. Then brush knee and push. 1, 2. One, 2. Come back. Parting the wild horse's mane. 1, 2. Turn. 1, 2. Cloud hands. 1. Step in. I have some visitors. Welcome. Turn. Lift. This is your balance. Check it. Hold, 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 hold. Down. Other side. Lift. Hold, 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 hold. Come down. Raise the leg. Right side. Kick. Hold. And down. Left side. Kick, hold, down. Back to the right. Grasp the bird's tail. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and closing.
Nice job. So as we do these actions, your posture is of utmost importance. I teach that from day one to all students, no matter the level. Come to a seminar with me, I teach you about posture. You come to the first day of Tai Chi class, and your entire life, I teach you about posture. Posture is what is going to keep you in a good position, because we can't deny the fact that gravity is working on us all the time. So we need to make sure that we place ourselves in a good position, because as an acupuncturist, I also want to make sure that your body's qi is flowing without inhibition. So anytime we have pain inside of our body, we refer to that as a lack of the free flow of qi and another substance, blood. So we want to make sure that there obviously is no pain, there is no stagnation, which is a word that you may hear acupuncturists use frequently. We want to make sure that everything is moving smoothly, soft and supple, not stiff and hard. So that's the end of our lesson today. Thank you for tuning in, and don't forget we have a bonus lesson right after this. I will set up my equipment and we'll be working on your upper body. So, thank you all. I'll see you next time. Stay happy and stay healthy.